is a young lady who is truly changing lives in a very motivational, very inspirational. And just you have so many light bulb moments just standing next to her. She's all kinds of positive energy. That's right. Amy Lee is here. What's happening, Amy?
Hi. Oh my gosh. What an honor and a blessing to be here with you tonight, Tigo, and everybody that is logged in right now. You'll have to excuse my little raspiness. I've been fighting COVID all
Oh,
week,
goodness.
and I'm just grateful this is via Zoom, so I could attend.
Wow.
But thank you so much for having me on tonight, and you know, I just appreciate you, and I have to give a shout out to my girl, Lady Dame, Dr. Shatira Wilkes, for
Absolutely.
bringing me in the room and bringing me to now and introducing me to you. She is truly such a blessing, to so many lives, and I'm so grateful for her. So yeah, just
As
so
are you. You are an amazing blessing to all of us, and you are our luminary. We've never had
yeah.
a luminary of the now, and you're the 2025 luminary of the year. And I truly mean it, not just because of your wonderful blonde hair. You literally do light a room, and just standing next to you, you have all this positive energy that just comes out and touches you. And it's like, why? Why do you, why is being positive so important? Why do you love motivating people the way you do? And then how does your business tie into that?
Well, first off, I just want to say I am over the moon, the very full bright moon, to be the 2025 Luminary of the Year. That's amazing. Came out of nowhere. I was not expecting it, and what an amazing surprise. To me, shifting your thought process to being more positive, it changes your whole life. When people will say like, oh well, the cup's half empty, cup's half full, I'm grateful to have a cup. You have to really look at the small things in life to be grateful for, and the more that you have gratitude, the more that the universe and God just gives you more and more. And so it's so important to be positive, especially I feel like in this day and age where it doesn't take much to bring you down or to stress you out. And just looking at that silver lining will really change your life and help change your perspective on things. And I love spreading that to others because it's wonderful to see somebody that might be struggling, and a simple, hey, your hair looks nice, or I love your necklace, which I do love your chakra necklace, by the way. Tigo.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought it would be fitting today, so
It's
I
very
broke it
fitting.
out.
It's very fitting. And Wendy had on that beautiful little amethyst slice. I was loving on that as well while she was talking just before me. And so uh, leading into that, what I do is I incorporate, God's tools. He put all these amazing, beautiful crystals and gemstones and minerals on this planet for us to utilize. And so I love bringing those to people and helping them understand like what they're good for, how they can shift your vibration, shift your life, shift your home, shift your career. And so bringing those positive aspects, definitely it's a game changer. So yeah.
For people that don't understand crystals,
Yes.
that don't understand, they see them, they think they're pretty.
Yes.
I was taught a long time ago, just don't go grabbing them, out of the,
Correct.
just grab them all over the place.
Right.
There's actually energy in them. Can you explain how you got into crystals and what is that all about? The energy, and don't just grab them and things like that.
So, okay, so let's go to the grabbing thing.
Hmm.
So, if you ever go to look at somebody's beautiful pendant and you see their face going, like, just stop, don't touch it, because a lot of times people are wearing intentional jewelry. So when someone's wearing something intentional, it means that it's been cleared of any other energies that may have been on it before they put it on. So it's their own personal vibration. And so if you go and touch it and you aren't aware of what vibration you're carrying, you're kind of contaminating that person's crystal. And you could be contaminating their energetic field as well. And so, crystals each hold a very different vibration. There's a lot of crossovers, but to me, each crystal has a purpose, just like each person has a purpose. And I love aligning the person with the purpose of the crystal that'll help their life. And I know some people will think that's a little woo-woo, but if you look at life, everything is energy and everything has an energetic stamp. And whether it's a crystal, an herb, a person, an animal, when you get close to somebody, you can almost feel someone's negativity or someone's joy. And I feel that with the crystals as well. And and so for me, I feel like I'm a facilitator to help bring joy to people and get them out of their funk. And getting into crystals, I was young. When you're a child, I always say, like, God has you do things, and it sets your foundation and you don't even realize it. As a kid, I would love to just play with different rocks and stones, and I would go in the driveway, and we had a gravel driveway, and we'd find a rock and it'd have sparkles, and it was like the best thing ever. And I'd put it in my pocket, and I'd have a little rock collection, and not knowing that as I grew up and got older and started to educate myself on the different properties that stones can carry, or things that you can program your stones and crystals to do. I was probably around 19 years old when I started to shift my life, and the things that I thought were just pretty and cool, I started to understand why I was drawn to them. So, and a lot of us
Wow.
are
Wait,
naturally
wait, wait, wait.
drawn.
We got to
Yeah.
go back.
Okay.
You can program?
Yes.
What does that
So
mean?
when you program, so like a clear quartz, sorry if I'm getting a little raspy. So a clear quartz, you can take that quartz, and there's many different ways that you can clear your crystals. And for me, I personally like to use a smoke from, whether it be sage or sweetgrass, and I get my crystal all nice and clear. Some people like to use the sun. Some people like to use other crystals to clear crystals. And then when you have your crystal totally clear, I like to just put it in my hands, and you could call it whatever you want. You can call it praying over it. You can call it programming, manifesting. You basically are putting into the crystal what you want it to do for you. So you program it. So if I have let's say today I have a speaking engagement, I'll take my clear quartz, I'll clear it, and I'll put it with the intention that I can speak through my throat chakra, through love, and so that everyone can understand and I can articulate clearly. And I could put that intention in my quartz crystal. That's actually what I did with my necklace today, being close to my throat chakra. I really wanted to make sure that I was able to facilitate tonight, not totally lose my voice.
You're amazing. And I know that, and I want to thank you because I've had COVID. I'm a COVID long hauler. So I still, it's been 3 years and I still have COVID issues going on. But I know how hard that can be. And I thank you so much for doing this. You're a true expert. I know you have your own store. I've seen your online lives. You do a lot of that. I would love for you to talk about that for just a minute. But could you also tell us about, how do we know if a crystal is real? I mean, you walk into a store on the strip here in Las Vegas, they have something that they say is XYZ. And if you don't know what it is, you're kind of trusting the salesperson. But then you go into the swap meet and they're saying they have XYZ. And you got to trust that salesperson.
Yeah.
How do you know if a crystal or a stone is real?
That is really, man, that's a huge frustration in the crystal, in the industry in itself. And it's hard. I always say go with your gut. If it doesn't feel right, then don't buy it. I would say build a rapport with somebody that you know and you trust, and that you know that they're sourcing their stuff ethically and that they're not selling you something dyed. Like in our store, we do have crystals that are man-made, they're dyed, or they're man-tweaked, which would be like an aura coating. But we have all those labeled. So we're very transparent because people do still like stuff that is man-tweaked or dyed. But we want to make sure that the customer understands that. And there are a lot of people out there that either A, don't know, or they don't care. But I also say, if you're feeling drawn to a crystal, buy it because it's calling to you. And then do your research when you get home. And it's okay if it is dyed because the core of the crystal itself is still real and is still holding a vibration. And even stuff that's man-made, it's still going to be made out of silica, which that is quartz. So even man-made crystals still hold a vibration. So I say if you're feeling drawn to something, if it's not crazy expensive, buy it. If you're unsure, and you feel like no, then don't. Really just go off of your gut feeling. Yeah.
Is it true that, you want to keep certain crystals away from certain crystals?
So there are people out there that do believe that. Personally, I do not. I don't
Okay.
believe that in the sense that everything holds its vibration regardless. So if I have 3 crystals and they're all maybe doing polar opposites vibrationally, I'm going to still draw in what I'm meant to draw in. They don't really cancel each other out. They're still vibing. Just like if you, me, and Geraldine were hanging out, we're all still vibing. Even
Mhm.
maybe one of us might not be clicking. And so I look at it like that. Like there are people out there that disagree, which is fine because the one thing that's really fun about having like a metaphysical journey on this lovely planet is there are no wrongs. It's personal preference. And if you feel like your amethyst and your citrine aren't getting along, then you have every right to put one away or put one on timeout, is like I call it. I put my crystals on timeout. If they don't work for me, they go in a timeout box.
I love that. I love that. So, if someone's watching right now, I've been blessed to have people in my life for the last 30 years that know about crystals and took time to explain it and all that. But if somebody's watching right now and they want to know and they just don't know how to start, how do they start learning about crystals?
So, my husband and I do a Facebook Live show. It's called Gemstones and Jammies, and we're on our little holiday break still, but we're going to be starting our lives back up in 2 weeks. So if you go on Facebook, look up Gemstones and Jammies live sales, and you'll find us. And we do a lot of informational content along with the selling of crystals. Now, if you're a booker and you love books, Judy Hall's books are the absolute most amazing. She has 3 volumes. I always tell people the volume 1 and volume 2 are must-haves in your collection. Volume 3, you're going to be lucky to find about 5% of the crystals in that book. Those in volume 3 are much more rare and harder to find crystals. So if you're a bookie, excuse me, I would do Judy Hall's Crystal Bibles. If you want live sale fun, then I would do Gemstones and Jammies.
I love it. She just lights up when she talks about her online business. She just absolutely lights up.
It's
That's
so
amazing.
fun. It's so fun. And, that was our COVID blessing. If it wasn't for COVID, we would have never shifted to live sales. And, again, looking at the silver lining. And I'm like, yes, COVID sucks. It's not fun. Many people lost their lives, and it's a
Mhm.
horrible thing. But if I'm going to look at the silver lining, it expanded and it grew my business, and it created a community during a time where everyone was isolated. And I am so grateful for myself to be able to shift and change and be open to new ideas, that I was able to be that person for people that were struggling, stuck at home, and we were having fun and we were selling crystals and getting people their tools. And, it just such it was our COVID blessing during such a horrible time. So
What advice would you give someone that wants to not just maybe start a crystal business, but wants to start a business and they just don't know how to get going?
So I would first say that, you know, right now being in a small, like a small boutique entrepreneur, it's a challenge. You know, I would definitely say do what you absolutely love and what you're passionate about. Go into your small downtown, see what is surviving, see what you can bring to the community that isn't already there, and then have it also be something you're passionate about. And I say start small, and also have a Facebook presence. Having both a brick and mortar and Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, whatever, but having the two components really helps you reach a larger audience. I love our brick and mortars, but our brick and mortars are stationary, and we can only help the people that come to us. To where
Mm.
if you have a virtual online, you can reach, I'm a global international crystal distributor. I can reach people all over the world through Facebook. And that's something you can't do with a brick and mortar. And so I say to anybody that's starting out, you have to do both. You have to do both and see which one works. And, you know, you might say brick and mortar is fun, but I'd rather just do online. And then you might say online's fun, but I really love the small acquaintance and the one-on-one at brick and mortar. Like, see what you find fits, you know, the narrative that you want. But having both for us has been really successful and just so fulfilling.
Why
Yeah.
is supporting others so important to you? Because you truly do support. Why?
Oh my gosh, because we need to be supporting each other. We need, oh man. The thought of going through life alone and not having that friend to call, or not having a support system, or like this group of amazing people, which I am so honored to be a part of. I'm so grateful for you, Tigo, for creating this platform. It's just so important. People don't want to feel alone. Everyone wants to feel accepted, loved, and I just want to be an example of that. I want people to know that they're loved and they're cared for and they're not alone. And I want to emanate that, and I hope that other people will follow suit, and I hope it's contagious like my COVID.
She hopes it's contagious, like her COVID. You know? I want to thank you so much for coming. And I mean,
Oh my
if
gosh.
I had COVID, I know what that is and what that feels like. And just coming and being a trooper, you
Thank
know, and getting through it. You know, I thank you. I thank
Oh
you
my
for
gosh.
all that you do. And I cannot wait to honor you as our luminary for 2025. Well deserved,
Oh my
well
gosh.
deserved. And welcome to the family of now.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I'd like to say thank you, Jesus, for making makeup to make me look like I'm not death warmed over. Thank you, Halls, for making cough drops so that I could get through this. And I just want to say thank you guys so much, and thank you, Tigo. You're such a blessing to just the entire universe. You, I just I don't even know if there are words to describe your footprint on this planet. I just I loved you from the moment I met you. I loved Geraldine from the moment I met her. The amazing women in the feed right now. I met so many of them in October. I'm just so grateful. So thank you so much. Thank you. It was worth it. I'm gonna take this makeup off and crawl into bed.
Well, thanks again. And we can't wait to see you in this coming October and share the stage with you. It's going to be
Oh,
absolutely so cool. Have a
thank
great
you
day.
so
Go
much.
feel better. Go pull the
Thank
sheets
you.
up over your head.
Bye,
Bye bye.
everybody.
Bye bye.